Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin the Bastard. With me this week, as always, are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good since you let me out of that box. I mean, it was really getting rank in there and a bit stuffy.
You are peeing in the corners, right?
There's not a... It's like basically a coffin, dude. There's no corners I could go pee in. I'm just like peeing on myself.
Okay, that's fair. I don't treat Mike well. And we also have Mr. David Davis. David, how are you today?
I'm doing okay. I can at least get out of my box.
Well, I'm not responsible for your box.
You're all the way on the other coast, so, you know, he can't just stuff you in the box whenever he feels like it. And,
yeah.
It reminds me of that remote chastity belt that dude hacked.
Oh, yes.
Your cock is mine.
Your cock is mine. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. That's fun.
Yeah. So, it's the Weekend Weird, and we have gotten some stories. Apparently, you guys hit the fucking jackpot, and I have just got my stuff.
Yeah.
So, if it's okay, I'm going to go ahead with my first one, if you don't mind.
Sure, why not?
Because this is great. This one was sent to me by one of our coworkers, Mike. Mm-hmm. Art detective says clueless thief who stole Jesus' blood freaked when he found out.
So he stole Jesus' blood without even knowing it.
Yes. David, did you hear about this?
No, I did not, but it sounds like a Weekly World News headline. It has like that cadence.
It's from the Daily Beast.
Yeah, actually, I had seen like a link to this, but
So less legitimate than the Weekly World News.
I was going to say it's the one thing that makes British tabloids look respectable. So let's see here. The story is a glitzy copper box containing 2 lead vials with what Catholics believe is the 2,000-year-old blood of Jesus Christ will soon be returned to the French Abbey in Normandy, from which it was stolen on June 1st. So what happened was these 2 guys just kind of hid in the shitter until the church closed.
classic tactic.
Yeah, came out and stole a bunch of relics to sell. And one of these is a box, as stated, containing 2 vials believed to contain the blood of Jesus. And the dude that had it, once he realized what it was, panicked, gave it to a friend, had the friend contact the investigator, and then got it back. Or had the dude give it back because he freaked out because it's Jesus' blood.
And Jesus' blood is really hard to get out of things.
It is. But let's see.
Not Jesus, though.
So let's see. Dutch art detective Arthur Brand. That is a great name.
That is a like conspiracy film main character name.
Well, the guy
Like
is
a Dan Brown character.
He is a huge fan of Dan Brown.
Fuck.
It says it in the article. It says, this is as close as one can get to Jesus Christ, the Knights Templar, and the Holy Grail, Brand tweeted after he discovered the items. As a Catholic myself and a huge Dan Brown fan, it doesn't get any better.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living his dream.
Yeah, and
he's got the name for it, too. So.
He does. Arthur Brand. Yeah. And now they stole it like 2 weeks before the what's it called? Hang on. I want to get this right because this is an actual festival.
So was it Honda Days? It was before Honda Days.
Sacred Blood Celebration.
I was close.
But the Sacred Blood Celebration.
Is that where they cover themselves in sacred blood and like dance in the streets?
I don't know, but it sounds like something the Gorn do. I mean, back me up. So But they were going to sell on the black market, and everyone they went to was like, "I'm not buying Jesus' blood."
I think.
Well, I mean,
it was,
how can you tell?
I think it was probably a lack of provenance that really. Because look, if you had actual provenance Jesus blood, you'd have all the money in the world.
You would. How do you get it certified?
I'm sure there's a guy.
What's he do? Dip his finger in it, taste it? Oh yeah, that's the blood of Christ right there.
Like, is it actual like liquid blood or is it
Yes.
a powder? What the fuck is it now?
I don't really know, but
I'm
say
sure-
it's
So-
liquid blood in 2 lead vials.
Well, it's lead, so you can't really open it and look. I guess otherwise it'll just dry out.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not clear, so you can't see it. I mean, is it actually there?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I just know Brand was complaining about the fact that the dude was supposed to bring the stuff to Brand's house and leave it on his doorstep, and he couldn't leave. He was stuck there at the house waiting for the blood of Christ. I mean, I've been anxious about a delivery before.
But Jesus.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Well,
Jesus.
would you trust Amazon with the blood of Christ?
Holy shit. I wouldn't trust Jackson's post office with the blood of Jesus.
I mean,
Well,
there's definitely not DHL.
Oh, God, no.
Now, see,
Yeah.
if it were Amazon, it would be like the time I ordered 1 Blu-ray copy of Suspiria and got 4 of them, and they let me keep the other 3.
Oh, sweet.
So you might get more Jesus blood out of it somehow.
Or maybe the blood of Buddha.
There you go.
The blood of Jesus, Buddha, Allah, and I don't know,
Steve.
Steve.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, yes.
Got SpongeBob blood. That'd be the most, precious of all.
Yeah, look how long he's been on the air. It's definitely holy. So, but that's my first article, and I just got a kick out of the fact that this dude accidentally stole Jesus' blood, didn't know what it was, found out. I guess technically he fucked around and found out, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So, yeah. Now, before I do move on, though, there's a link to an article by the same person on here from 2017. And the name of the article is Who Stole Christ's Foreskin? And it turns out, do you remember in our Pope and Ain't Easy episode when we were talking about the Vatican secret archives and how they said they may have Jesus's foreskin? Mm-hmm. Well, it turns out the reason it's maybe is because it was actually stolen in 1983.
Damn. So after Jesus was
They
crucified, they just someone stealing his blood, someone grabbing his foreskin.
You've gotta
Or was
use
he-
every
or was
part
he
of the kill.
circumcised?
Yes, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm sure somebody has a very nice coat made from the rest of him, but I mean, in modern times, when Dillinger was killed, man, people were they had to get the body away from the public because they're cutting off toes and fingers and shit.
So,
And
Body
that's
of
just-
Christ, everything must go.
but no, I had a question. Was Jesus circumcised before death?
Yeah,
We don't know, do we?
I'm thinking he was because he was Jewish, which means somebody kept a baby's foreskin.
Did they know at the time that it was just some foreskin freak that just kept it?
When okay,
I imagine back in the day,
I'm picturing
this crazy lady comes up and says, "I was never touched by a man. Here's my baby. Cut off its foreskin."
okay,
You
Mike,
don't want to just hold on to that.
Mike, I want you to imagine for a second the Christmas image of the birth of Jesus with the manger and the animals and the angels up in the sky
Was it one of the
and
wise
the 3
men?
wise men and then just add an action figure of Rabbi Tuckman from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Maybe it was one of the wise men was
Cut
a rabbi.
Now, see, I was going to mention that Dead Sea Scrolls actually talk about this because they talk about Shemp, the 4th wise man, with a necklace of foreskins.
Oh my God. How do you get into that?
And also, once again, how do you like have a lineage and provenance of foreskin?
Maybe he signed it like a yearbook.
Wait a minute, baby Jesus.
No, grown up Jesus. Like,
Oh,
Ma-
so
you know,
someone came up, as a fan,
Jesus,
like,
Jesus, could you?
I have your foreskin. Would you sign it? He's like, oh, I recognize that foreskin anywhere.
Yeah, sure. So, who's got another story?
Well, talk about Jesus and everything reminded me of a funny thing I heard recently. It's like, religious people are always, saying abstinence is the only guaranteed way to not get pregnant, right? But then you look at the Virgin Mary and it's like, well, abstinence is not 100%, effective according to you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Fair enough.
I just thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yes, that is funny, Mike.
Oh, God. So, Mike, David, which one of y'all wants to go next?
You pick.
Okay.
Who's next?
Mike.
All right. So, tell me, I've got so many stories. I'm going to give you choices here.
Ooh.
So, do you want aliens or do you want technology?
Mike, you know me. Always aliens.
All right. Aliens, huh? So, do you want Florida Man or Pentagon?
You sound like a dude who's opening his coat in an alley.
Yeah.
You sound like
This
you're
is Mike
trying to
Shady
start an
News.
improv show. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to go Florida Man.
I knew you'd go Florida Man.
It's always Florida Man. Aliens and Florida Man, dude. That's
Yeah, how they're a match made. There's like peanut butter and chocolate right there. Aliens and Florida Man.
like nuts and gum.
So, Brevard County, Florida, a Florida man was arrested. Well, it says Friday. I don't know which Friday that was.
Every Friday.
It was, every Friday a Florida man's arrested. But this Friday, a man from Ocala was arrested. Wasn't he at a... Anyway, he had stolen a Ford F-150 and drove to the Space Force base in Florida, because there is a Space Force base in Florida. And he said he was told by the president to warn them of the fact that Chinese dragons were fighting American aliens.
Now, I have an important question here.
Yes.
Which president? Because there is the real president, and then there's
Yeah.
the fake president.
So it
especially
does
for
not.
Floridians.
It does not clarify, but being from Florida,
It's
more than
it's
likely
Trump.
it's Trump.
It's Trump. You know it's Trump. It's a
'Cause-
Florida
'cause-
Man
'cause if
story.
Joe Biden descended from the clouds to someone from Florida, he would just be shot like a lot, just riddled full of bullets. Like so many bullets, he just would be a pencil.
You know what would be great as an addition to that?
What's that?
The president was like Taft
Oh yeah, or like
in the tub.
Just as there's an eclipse.
Yeah, just as an
Taft comes
eclipse,
down.
and he's in the tub. And he's like, "You have to save them."
so. Yes, stole a Ford pickup truck, tried to break into the space base to warn them of Chinese dragons were fighting American aliens.
All right, now,
The American aliens thing is what really gets me.
yeah, I don't really understand what that means.
Yeah,
Were they the tall
USA.
whites?
were they like U.S. aliens? Were they like Hispanic Mexicans?
Ooh, I don't know, but I kind of like the idea that it is, in fact, the tall whites. Because, I mean, they live in, what, Nevada? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Dulce Base.
There you go.
They're from Dulce Base. But here's the thing. It sounds ridiculous and everything, but Chinese
But I'm gonna
dragons
believe it.
versus American aliens is like a show Nickelodeon would cancel too soon.
That's like an asylum film.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. This season on Mystery Science Theater, see Chinese dragons versus American aliens. Oh my god.
Oh, it'd be great.
Yeah. That's a hell of a story
And
there.
they also had a booking image of the guy, and
Oh.
this man is definitely strung out. He was definitely not in his right mind at this
Now,
point.
strung out or Florida strung out?
Yes. Yeah. Florida strung out is just another level of strung out. So, yes.
Yeah, okay. I looked, and the other thing is, I looked up the picture. I'm looking at the picture, and that is the look of a man that is just like, man, this can't get much worse.
He is, I think at this point of the picture, he has actually come down and started to realize what the fuck has happened.
Oh yeah, that is regret on that,
That is
face.
a lot of regret on that
That
face.
is the face of a man who's touched a nephew.
God. Touched by an uncle, the new show.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Getting into a whole weird area. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I always love a good Florida man story. David, what have you got for us?
Okay, since I was the first one to find this story, I will go ahead and read it.
God damn it. I'm going to fight you for this.
It's
Damn
a
Russian
great
robots are trying
story.
to kill our children.
Yeah, it's about a robot that breaks a 7-year-old's finger.
Yeah, damn it. I'll let you have it.
Yes, thank you. I did find it first, even though it was on a Dune shitpost. So.
I actually, where did I'm trying to remember the exact context, because I heard about this before I came across the story. And I come across the story and you had already claimed it as your own.
Yeah.
How much earlier did I post this one than you?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, like a whole 2 days earlier.
Yeah, but I had think
Mike
probably
doesn't
about that
check
time.
our Discord.
Yeah,
No,
no,
but
actually,
it means by like all legal rights,
I-
it's my story now.
I forget about it until like Kevin reminds me. He's like, "Hey, Mike, we have a Discord." I'm like, "What? Really?"
That's
But-
why everybody in the Discord thinks you're aloof.
Yes, but the news story I linked though has video of the incident.
Yeah.
So
I've got video in mine.
Oh.
I did not see.
Yeah, so.
Well,
All right, let's talk about this.
it.
All right, so this is on Newsweek. This was published on July 22nd. Chess robot goes rogue, breaks 7-year-old player's finger. And I want you to take a guess which country this happened in.
Oh, it's Russia.
Well, I already
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it was Russia.
It's fucking
Yeah.
Russia, because of course it is.
Like, what other nation loves chess as much as Russia?
Yeah. Bangkok?
Thailand. I was gonna say Thailand.
One night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. Sorry.
So I'm just going to read this first paragraph here, and then I'll give you the highlights of the story. A damaged ego is usually the worst injury a chess player can come out of in a match with. Okay, the sentence is correct. All right, but in Russia, a 7-year-old child playing with a robot was forced to interrupt the game when the machine suddenly snapped one of his fingers, breaking it. So this incident actually happened on July 19th, and it was state-owned news agency RA Novosti. And it quoted the vice president of the Chess Federation of Russia, which just sounds very, very dour. Like, they sound like they have their own
Federation.
gulag.
Chess Federation of Russia.
In Soviet Russia, gameplay is you.
You play
Okay.
well, or you go to Siberia.
So I'm going to read
Take
the
him to
vice
the camps.
president's name here.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Sergei Smegin.
Whoa. Sergey
Sergei Smegin.
Sergey
Smagan.
Smegma. Sergey Smegma.
Okay. Well, that's leading to war. All right.
So, according to Sergei Smegin, the chess robot broke the boy's finger when the child went for a swift move without waiting for the necessary time for the machine to complete its action. So it is child stupidity.
Yes. Okay. We can agree that this is the child's fault.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I don't want the robot to be blamed for this.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the robot, it's definitely a standard kind of,
It's-
industrial,
yeah.
arm.
This is the kind of
So-
thing that normally would have like a welder on it.
Yeah, so it doesn't have any kind of like sensing or compliance. So, but then again, I also would questioning their letting a child interact with this robot, which obviously
A Russian robot.
Yeah.
Well, there are no adults in Russia right now because they're all fighting in Ukraine.
You know, that's a good point. But
I
also,
don't know. There's a lot of Russians, a lot of adults around them, from what I see in the video.
I
That was
am-
their GIF.
I am going to say something here, though.
Uh-oh.
You know, we had Russian robotoids perfected in the 70s, and this is all they're showing the public.
This is the best they can do.
This is the best they can do now.
Well, no. See, the child was a robotoid.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now,
So we got the robot arm with anxiety that he's going to be replaced?
Yes.
with a
Ironic.
Russian robot arm robotoid.
Okay, so I got a couple quotes here I'm going to read. All right.
Oh, great. Okay.
The boy is all right. They put a plaster cast on his finger to heal faster. Yes, there are certain safety rules, and the child apparently violated them, and when he made a move and did not notice he had to wait. This is an extremely rare case, the first I can recall, said Smegan. And then, this part is great. They attribute a personality to the robot. The robot did not like such a hurry. He grabbed the boy's index finger and squeezed it hard. The people around rushed to help, and he pulled out the finger of the younger player, but the fracture could not be avoided.
God, that is like, it could not be avoided. The child deserved this. Yeah. Hey, you know, I've got a quote actually from the child, which is so,
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta do it in a Russian accent.
I don't know how to scream in Russian. Ski.
Vodka!
Niet.
Yet. There you go.
Yeah. Niet. Oh,
So
God.
apparently the robot had played 3 matches earlier the day before Christopher, the kid, fucked up. So,
Oh, it was tired.
yeah, the robot was tired.
The robot was
Oil
overtired.
can!
Well, judging by the picture, it looks like it's set up to play like multiple games at once because it has like 3 chessboards total around it. It's basically in the center of a table. Mm-hmm. So, it's probably one of those, where you see like the super grandmaster is supposed to be playing like multiple games at once. But that's this robot, I think. But all the other people, didn't put their fingers in the way of the industrial machine.
It reminds me of the Armtron toy you could get at Radio Shack.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a older looking
Oh, yeah.
robot. But it reminded me of the warnings about like getting mangled. From the warning stickers where it's
Yeah,
like gears
yeah.
with the hand in it, but the don't fist robot girls version. don't fist robot chess players.
Yeah. Oh, my God. This, I don't know.
So the robot's okay. The robot's fine in all this. I
Well,
think we should at least acknowledge that the robot's okay.
Well, except
Yeah.
for the emotional damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to have nightmares. And I can't wait to hear Ben Kissel go off about this.
It's gonna not sleep well at night.
Yeah. Kissel is terrified of robots.
it
so-
did violate one of the 3 laws of robotics.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well-
They have to execute it.
I don't know.
Well,
It probably violated a second one because I'm sure the kid said, "No, let go of my finger," and it didn't.
Oh.
So that's 2 at least.
ooh, wow. Can we go for 3?
It didn't kill the child, so no.
Okay, well, not for lack of trying.
Yeah.
I think the best part about the story is that a child got hurt.
No, I agree. It's hilarious that a child suffered harm.
And looking at this like looping GIF of the incident, like there was no sudden movements here. Like the kid just like left his hand in the way. It's not like it was like he put his finger in the robot's jaws. No, his hand's there. The robot's gripper comes down and grabs his finger. It's like, fucking kid, you should have moved your hand.
yeah,
Are you saying to set up?
No,
No.
I'm just saying the kid was dumb.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fair. Kids
Yeah.
are dumb.
Yeah,
kids are dumb. Also, it is a Russian robot, so it may have been drinking vodka.
Look, it was probably powered by vodka.
Ooh, good point.
I mean, the Russians have a long history of using vodka or ethanol as working fluids. Mm-hmm. Like one of the MiGs, I think it was the 20, not the 27, but anyway, one of the MiGs, like the Foxbat. I know it was the Foxbat. I don't remember which number it was, but
sure.
It used ethanol as a hydraulic fluid for some of its systems. But a lot of the planes were flying with dangerously low levels of hydraulic fluid because the mechanics learned they can drink that shit.
This does not surprise me at all.
And this is, true.
Crashed MiG isn't problem, it's opportunity.
So the robot could, in fact, have been hydraulically actuated by vodka. We don't know that.
Nice. That, you know what? I'm okay with that. Drunk robot attacks child finger. Just go with that.
Bender's ancestor.
Yes.
Fingering Rodriguez? No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of a Russian last name. Tchaikovsky.
What?
Tchaikovsky.
That's a hell of a specific name.
Fingering Tchaikovsky.
Okay. Well, I've got my second story if anyone wants to hear it.
No.
Okay, goodbye.
That's been supernatural selection, folks.
That's the end of the series. No,
such a simple rebuff just ends it all.
This isn't news per se, except that it's
why the fuck are you reading it?
Because it's cool.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was posted like in the past week, though, on a website called paranormalcatalog.net. And I'm just going to read the article. It's not very long. But the title of the article is Town Abandoned Due to Bigfoot Attacks. Which, how am I not clicking on that?
I don't know.
It's free real estate.
What?
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate. The once bustling cannery... that's staying in. The once bustling cannery community of Portlock, Alaska, now lies unoccupied on the Kenai Peninsula. Beginning in the 1940s, a number of mysterious disappearances and murders caused the population to flee en masse. The locals believe these deaths were caused by the... Let me see if I can say this. Nantinak, a Bigfoot-like creature lurking on the outskirts of the village. The Alouette people have inhabited the Kenai Peninsula for over 1,000 years, but the village of Portlock was only established in the 1780s. It's a wild and sparsely populated region known for its fishing and wilderness. The first reports of something being amiss in Portlock come from a cannery camp that struggled to keep staff. Many men left because of something bothering the camp. The camp was filled with fear and uncertainty as unexplained occurrences happened every day, such as food going missing and equipment being destroyed. Hunters and gold miners in the area began going missing at an unusually high rate. One man, who was out chopping wood, was found murdered by a single blow that would have been impossible for a human to inflict. One group of hunters was stalking a deer when they noticed a huge set of footprints also following it. They continued tracking the deer and eventually caught up to a gruesome scene. They found huge amounts of blood surrounded by 18-inch footprints with no carcass to be found. The footprints continued into the foggy mountains. One man was walking along the beach when he saw a huge hairy man destroying fishing wheels along the coast. I have no idea what the fuck a fishing wheel is. He ran back to his house to get his gun, and when he returned, the giant man simply stared at him and walked off. Bodies began washing up in the lagoon with strange wounds that no bear could inflict. The townspeople began to panic and started leaving in droves. In 1950, the post office closed and the last resident left Portlock. To this day, Portlock remains a ghost town no one dares to live in. Would you want to live there?
With the fact that my rent's going up, absolutely yes.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty true.
Like, I could fucking deal with a Bigfoot.
You could fuck and deal with a Bigfoot?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
As long as it gets me a house, I'm good.
Hey, yeah, okay, that's fair. And besides, my feelings on it. We talked about that.
Yes, in a lot of detail, which people are still trying to grapple with.
You're not wrong. I did find a
Be among
third
them.
article, though. But, yeah.
So I decided to fact check this.
Oh, God damn it, Mike.
So I looked up Portlock, Alaska.
you got a fucking... Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I looked it up on Wikipedia,
Okay.
and what I found on Wikipedia did not contradict you at all.
Really?
Like, there is no no better explanation for what happened.
Yes! Yes!
We got one!
Got one!
I mean, I'm not saying it was Bigfoot. I mean, there could have been some just gruesome coincidences.
Right.
But it could
And-
have been.
But
It could have been.
there were deaths.
There's no...
Look, I was expecting to find the fishing dried up and stuff, and so they naturally left, because it was a, fishing village, and if you can't fish,
Fuck it. Yeah.
but no, it was abandoned because
Ape murder.
a string of deaths that were unexplained happened. And
Unexplained.
everybody fucked off.
Unexplained.
So
Yeah. Great. I feel fantastic.
Now
So
the
can you at
Bigfoot-
least say that there is a non-zero chance that it was Bigfoot?
I don't think Bigfoot would kill like that though.
This
did-
isn't
He's
necessarily...
too gentle.
He didn't have I don't see any provocation there.
This
though.
is the Nenintak, which is a relative of Bigfoot, but not Bigfoot.
so
Bear
it's
in
a
mind.
murder squatch.
Yes. Like the Yeti.
So he's just psychotic and down for, murdering peeps.
Here's the thing, man. North American Bigfoot, he's a friendly guy mostly. But remember, the skunk ape is violent. the one from, the Florida skunk
yeah.
ape. It's
Or
like
the Boggy Creek Monster.
yeah, like the one in Florida particularly is like the Florida man of Sasquatch.
Well,
So-
that's because they're Southerners.
Hey,
So I don't know. So there's a nearby community called Port Chatham that didn't close down and didn't have the murders. So, I mean, you never know. Could have just
Okay.
been
okay.
other
I've-
deaths.
Okay, I've got an alternate explanation from Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo real estate scam.
true. That's quite plausible. But nobody has done anything with it. So,
Well, yeah.
Well, it is
you're-
also fucking Alaska, so.
Yeah,
I have an
that's true.
alternate explanation.
Okay, what's that?
One of these doll sheep hunters, the ones that turned up dead. That's what the Wikipedia says. I don't know if you mentioned the doll sheep hunters,
No.
but apparently they were one of the first ones to be found dead. Maybe he went to Africa and hunted elephants and killed an elephant. And he came back and he got hunted down by the elephants.
Oh, dude!
Taking
And
it
they-
back.
They killed him and his,
You killed my
Town.
family. An eye for an eye, says the law of the elephant.
yes.
I like that, actually. You know
That's
what?
a good one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to say that's also possible. It is equally as possible as Bigfoot. Do you have an alternate theory, David?
I'm gonna say ghost. Just a
Really?
vengeful ghost.
Okay. Vengeful ghosts murdering people. Okay.
Yeah. It's got to be like some I don't know, some Russian ghost, perhaps killed by a robot.
As a Russian ghost arm.
There you go.
Just breaking fingers and everything else. Oh my god. Okay. So Mike,
Yeah.
what you got?
So I'm going to shotgun you here.
Uh-oh.
Since I have 3 stories about AI, I'm going to just blow my load all over our good listeners.
Ew.
We'll start with,
Wow.
should I start with the good or should I end with the good?
End with the good.
I'll end with the good. So first we have the weird. All right. So we have our laws of physics, right?
Right. Wait,
guess.
we do?
We have laws of physics. They were,
Okay. Can you change them, Scotty?
no. But they were created by our observations and also aided by, our math and everything. We created a whole language to describe physics, how we see them interacting, how the math bears out, and all this.
Yeah, basically, we just really complicated ways to describe it.
It also gave us Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I'll never forgive it for that.
Well, come on, Cosmos was good.
So, researchers at Columbia, researchers at Columbia Engineering created a new AI program that basically they told it some parameters of a system and then had it watch video of this system. In this, one of the first ones was a double pendulum, which is like a pendulum, but it has a hinge in the middle, so it has a very erratic movement.
Man, Mike, I really thought you were going to say double penetration.
Yeah,
and
double
I am
penetration.
so glad that isn't what happened.
But had it watch it, and it came out with an answer. Excuse me, kicking things over here. The answer was 4.7. So okay, well, what does this answer mean?
Sounds like me doing math in high school.
Yeah.
I don't show my work. 5.
Yeah, so it literally was it didn't show its work, so they had to back engineer it. So they couldn't figure out exactly how it got to 4.7 because it was a pretty decisive answer.
That's pretty fucking specific.
They were
Even underlined it twice.
Yeah, they were able to figure out 4 variables that went into this equation. 2 of the variables seem to somehow correlate with the angle of the rods or whatever you call it. The hinge parts.
Right.
The 2 hinges. Mm-hmm. But the other 2 were completely obtuse. They just could not figure out what those numbers meant. And so through this, they have decided that this AI, and they also put it through another, set of different experiments. It is basically coming up with not so much an alternate physics, but an alternate understanding of physics. It's coming up with variables that we have mass and speed and momentum, all this stuff. That's our variables. It's coming up with some new shit that we can't really explain. We can see the numbers it generates, but we don't know exactly what those numbers are describing.
That's pretty fucked up.
That is weird.
And it seems to be right because when when this AI applies it to a similar yet different situation, it still comes up with the same answers. So it's not wrong. It's not just coming up with bullshit, but it's coming up with stuff that also answers kind of a question is if we met aliens, would their mathematics and understanding of the universe be the same? And
Is math really the universal language?
It might not be because they may have come up with, if they have slightly different senses, they might have slightly different, variables.
Yeah.
It might not be, momentum is what? Mass times acceleration? It might be something different.
Well, you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember when you and me were in math together, Mike, in high school?
Sort of.
I would get my papers back, like my test or my homework or my assignment or whatever, and Miss McNeese hated me because I would always have, well, not always, I would have a correct answer, but I only get partial credit because I did the math problem wrong. And she's like, I don't see how you got the answer because nothing in here is right.
I was the same way in high school.
Okay.
My teachers did not like me because I don't know. I just I did math my own way, which was probably terribly wrong, but I still got the right answer. So
Sure, yeah.
I remember that Fleetwood Mac song. Do math your own way.
You can math your own way.
So there's the weird.
Okay. Which, good story, by the way.
yeah, that is weird.
So here's the kind of I mean, it's not great, it's not bad, but it's no, robot breaking kids' fingers.
Okay. It's just
But
not good.
the more people are being exposed to, AI as far as, chat bots, customer service bots and stuff like that, they're becoming reported more and more as being alive. AI
This lines up with our
Yeah.
Google engineer.
Exactly. AI chatbot company Replica, which offers customers bespoke avatars that talk and listen to them, says it receives a handful of messages almost every day from users who believe their online friend is sentient.
I've heard of that.
We're not talking about crazy people or people who are hallucinating or having delusions, said Chief Executive Eugenia Koyuda. They talk to AI, and that's the experience they have.
Well, here's the thing. I think humans just really we're just
We are
dead set and determined. Like, we humanize our cars.
we are
name them.
hardwired to anthropomorphize.
Yes.
I mean, there's something there because you give us some bullshit, and we're gonna find. Our car has a mood. Our toaster, writes Shakespeare. I don't know.
Every time a robot dies in a movie, I cry a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we just, that's, I don't know why we're this way, but we do it.
Yeah. I mean, and you know me, Mike. I've always been crazy obsessed with robots.
You have?
Well, my parents limited how long I could pretend I had a robot friend.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh, we've talked about this before.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember this. at
It
all.
was a long time ago that we talked about it. Anyway, point is, we do anthropomorphize things a lot. So I'm not surprised that people were convinced that their chatbots are alive.
Yeah. I mean, you talk to something, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, and honestly,
My toaster does love me, though.
well, sure, it would.
It makes toast for me. That is the ultimate expression
You
of
cook
love.
bacon in it, so it loves you.
That, you want to show me love, make me toast or bacon.
Yeah.
wait, is this
Now-
one of those top loader toasters or a toaster oven?
No.
No, toaster oven.
Okay, I was worried for a second. You're just
Yeah.
you're just raw dogging bacon into the toaster.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh
And
man,
a fire
It's-
hazard.
No, it works real well in the top loader, but the only problem is when it pops out, grease, just burning grease goes everywhere.
It's like a bacon claymore.
Oh my god!
All right, and for story number 3 of
The
my
good-
AI
the-
shotgun,
The happy ending.
yes, the happy ending.
You want a happy ending?
So, yes, did either of you participate in folding at home?
No, but I did SETI at home.
It was
so
for
you know what
nerds,
folding-
so no.
You know,
Yeah, folding
what
at
folding
home
at
is,
home is.
it's like analyzing
Yeah,
genetics or
no,
something.
no, it's
So-
very important. I never did it.
Yeah, protein folding. So
Okay.
it was basically trying to map out all the possible proteins that could be created or useful for humans. So folding at home was probably around for a good decade or decade and a half.
Oh yeah, no, I remember the
know,
goons talking about it.
And, it was basically a screensaver that would use excess, cycles on your system
Yeah.
when it's supposedly asleep to do work. Well, DeepMind was created in November 2020 to do protein folding. This year it solved every single protein available to humans in 2 years.
Wow,
That's cool.
So we now have every protein that could be bioavailable to humans has been mapped out. in only 2 years by AI what would have, what folding at home couldn't do in, however long it was in existence.
Now, how long did it take to map the human genome?
I don't know. That's not the scope of the story.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. It's just like the
Yeah.
fact that like all these proteins were mapped out in under 2
Yeah.
years compared to how many years
Yeah.
it took to just do like the single human genome.
Oh yeah, no, that I remember that took a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Technology
that took a
is impressive, is what
long
I'm
time.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Science good.
they published the protein structures for 20 species, including nearly all 20,000 proteins expressed by humans.
Jesus.
In an open database. And now it finished the job, predicting structures for more than 200 million proteins. Essentially, you can think of it as covering the entire protein universe. It includes predictive structures for plants, bacteria, animals, and many other organisms, opening up huge new opportunities for AlphaFold to have an impact on important issues such as sustainability, food insecurity, blah blah blah. All that, sunshine and rainbows for everybody.
Yep.
Also,
That is still really fucking impressive.
also, don't look at the other things like new biological weapons or new
Don't look at that. Don't
viral
look at that.
weapons.
Look over here. Look over
Oh,
here.
Raytheon
I
has
mean-
such an erection right now.
But every technology has its positives and
Yeah.
negatives.
I'm sure Monsanto is just like,
Yeah, they're going to patent it all
oh yeah.
because they found it all. They're going to just patent it.
Yep. Wow, we're morbid.
Yeah.
I think we're
realists.
realists and it's awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not all awful. This is
Yeah.
good thing. This
I
is
mean,
supposed
it's
to be the
still
good
good.
thing.
It's the good
Because
thing, but
it's
and we
the furthering-
managed to destroy the good thing.
Yes, it's the furthering of human knowledge, and hopefully this opens up new avenues of therapies.
You said this about keep talking about protein folding. I'm just like vast new forms of steak.
I'm gonna knit myself a bacon.
Look, boy, the machine done spit out eggs. Oh, Jesus. So that's your last one in the shotgun.
Yes, of the AI shotgun
Okay.
is spent.
All right, David,
now-
what you
Now,
got?
how many stories do we got left? Kevin, do you have another one?
I've got one more.
Okay, I've got two here, so I can do only one of them, or if you want me to do the other one after you, I can.
Well, I started it, so you and Mike both have one after me. So
Oh, okay, all right. So,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go ahead and go with the first story I have here.
all right.
Okay, this is from the Telegraph. This was published on July 26th. Existence of Loch Ness Monster is, quote, plausible after fossil discovery. So, did you gentlemen read this?
I read some of it. I read the gist of it.
I did not.
So you want to give us an overview?
Yeah,
David?
so basically, I'll read through this kind of like quickly. So, the Loch Ness Monster is, quote, plausible, a British university has declared after finding that some plesiosaurs may have lived in freshwater. So obviously, like, when we think of the Loch Ness Monster, aka Nessie, we think of a plesiosaur, that sort of thing. Fossil
Right.
evidence from a riverbed in Morocco, however, shows evidence that these plesiosaurs could have been freshwater, or at least spent time in freshwater.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, it's conceivable that a plesiosaur could survive in the loch.
Yeah, it's just there's no evidence that there's something in the loch right now, but they're saying, hey, look, plesiosaurs did spend time in fresh water. This was a
Yeah.
100 million year old river system that's in the Morocco's Sahara Desert.
Oh
The
wow.
fossils include bones and teeth from a 9.8 foot, 3 meter long adult, and an arm bone from a 4.9 foot, 1.5 meter baby. The fossils hint that the creatures routinely lived and fed in freshwater, alongside frogs, crocodiles, turtles, fish, and the aquatic dinosaur Spinosaurus. And then like they look at like the teeth, and the teeth are quite similar to that of the Spinosaurus because of the way that they are worn down from feeding on heavily armored fish.
Right.
So, okay, Kevin, I know you're gearing up to say something. What do you got?
I want you to finish and then I'll say
See,
it.
so this doesn't seem like new to me because I just watched that Prehistoric Planet, and
Right.
and that they show like a branch of the not exactly a plesiosaur, but a branch of that family that actually like goes inland.
Right.
So like this doesn't seem new to me.
They can go inland like Night Boat, the crime-solving boat.
Exactly. So I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, the extrapolation of it's plausible that the Loch Ness monster exists is obviously for clicks, but like,
Yeah.
it's still a cute little thing.
Sure. Now, what I was going to say, let's say I've got a glass of water here. Mm-hmm. That is fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
The Loch Ness Monster has just as much chance of existing in my glass of water. I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I want to point
Which
that
is
out
bizarre and puzzling to me, since you're like you're a believer of a lot of weird shit, but like apparently the Loch Ness monster is a step too far for you.
Just it's that and Atlantis, man. That's like two of the things I just can't. Yeah.
That's no Girl Scout. That's a gosh dang plesiosaur from the Mesozoic era.
What about Tree Fitty?
He's about tree
How do you feel about the Loch Ness
So-
monster, Mike?
I think we've gone over this before, but I mean it's definitely not real, but I mean it's not impossible. It's just very, 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 very 3 hours later, very unlikely.
So, which is more likely, Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Oh, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, just hands down, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would like to live in a world where the Loch Ness monster exists. I remember that movie about the little kids who like stay with their grandfather in Scotland, and then they find a Loch Ness monster. It was a cute little movie. I'm like,
The water
I wanna live in that
horse.
world.
That was the water horse.
Yeah, I
wasn't
think it was the water horse, and I'm like, I would like
Yeah.
to live in that world.
Sure. I mean, I'd love to live in a world where there's a Loch Ness Monster, but I don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean the question of which one is more believable. It's like, all right, you have some genus of what do you say, primate or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
just living, or one or two of a dinosaur that has supposedly went extinct billions and millions and millions of years ago.
Here's the other thing, man. A breeding population of those things,
Yeah.
man. Do you know how inbred that motherfucker is?
That's why he keeps getting caught.
That's why I
I-
say there's like a tunnel that leads out somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably a Hollow Earth
yeah.
situation like in Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's what we talked about in Mike's argument.
The only way it could be possible.
Yeah, because that was from the Things That Are Not episode where I actually talked about shit I don't believe. So yeah.
So yeah, that's about it
Yeah.
on that story. Like it was like everybody's like, "Oh, Loch Ness monster," but it's just like, I mean, it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cool science. It's cool paleontology.
Yeah, you could have just said, hey, we found plesiosaurs. Could be freshwater.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, you decide to go throw Loch Ness at it. So, I guess that's back to me, my third one.
Yes.
So, this is one that I can't remember who posted this in your Discord, David.
Uh-oh.
In hang on, I'm in Galactic Hub Saravan. And I cannot remember for the life of me who posted it, but I think it may have been Firehide or Fryhide. My bad. I keep mispronouncing that name. My brain's adding letters to it. Anyway, it's a wiki with a shit ton of information about a cartoon that didn't exist called Dinocopter. Dinocopter, as seen on Dinocopter Adventures Volume 1 VHS. This wiki is a catalog of information for the 1970s and 80s television series Dinocopter and all of its spin-offs. You can help this wiki grow by editing and adding pages. So yeah, it's a T-Rex head that's a helicopter. So, yeah, there's a fucking lot, actually. A shocking amount of it. So, I just think it's interesting. Like, they nowhere in this thing break character. Mm-hmm. It is just straight up, like, this is it. This Dinocopter, it's real.
Oh, there's a whole genre of these, like, fake... like retro cartoons and stuff, like the A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. Do you remember that one at all? I'm going to send you an IMDb link. You've probably seen the cover art before. Let me post it in the thing. But there's this, like, we don't know if it's real. We don't know if it's fake. But like a lot of people have like latched onto it and they've started posting stuff about it. And this has been like a mystery for years. We don't know if it was like a real movie that was like a direct-to-DVD thing or if it was like a fake thing. We just don't know. But, you know, obviously it's a joke because they list Jared Fogle as one of the actors.
God damn it. I need to see this. Hang on. Where is it? A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants the movie special edition. This is
so we don't know if it's like a hugely elaborate shit post in its origins or if it's like something that actually existed and it achieved like mythical status. It's one of those weird internet mysteries.
Yeah. Interesting. You know, I feel like we should do something about this kind of thing. Like, do an episode.
Oh, yeah.
We need to do some research.
I already did a video, A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie The Iceberg, where they just go through, like, the complete mimetic history of something.
Right. I do love that the photos on the IMDb page are pictures of SpongeBob and Patrick if they were real, and it's horrifying, and then, like, the ugliest chihuahua I've ever seen. This is just, like, shit post.
Yeah, so, like, apparently, like, the film was supposed to be a mockumentary, but it was also a crowdfunding effort, but I recall it being before, like, crowdfunding efforts were a thing, and apparently, like, Viacom and Nickelodeon, like, filed a lawsuit, but I just... What the fuck, man?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just, like, 35 pages of people coming up with
Oh yeah, and
stuff
like the kid on the cover, it's a Getty Images stock ping. It's literally stock art.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Right.
So this is just like SCP for cartoon people?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, like, because SCP at least, you know, has some really talented writers.
I think this whole collective like delusion is like fantastic and it's pretty good writing as well. It's like rewriting reality.
Sure, yeah. I mean, why not? I kind of. Oh man, I wish we could do that for the
like,
show.
We
that
could
would be
use
amazing.
our powers for evil and come up with like a fake Alex Chu type character and website. We literally could do that. We have the knowledge. Man. We have the ability. We can do some real damage.
Yes, but there's one thing holding us back. We're lazy as hell.
I kind of remember a similar thread on Something Awful where they basically just someone started it and they started posting like it was, you know, the year like say 2200 or something. Basically, just a bunch of tech support posts about their spaceships,
Oh, wow.
and just all in universe
Yeah.
posts.
You know what this also reminds me of is when Something Awful created Slenderman.
All that too, but
Yeah. Everything came from Something Awful, boys and
guess-
girls.
guess just means everybody wants to escape a little bit from
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not gonna lie. If I'd been if I'd seen Dino Copter, I would have been like, "This is stupid. I want a toy of it."
I want to contribute
Well,
to the
what's
lore.
really crazy is like the way that people are able to like simulate stuff now, or like do the art assets. Because there's a couple artists out there that do really, really accurate Don Bluth style illustrations. And yeah, they're doing like
Oh,
Super
yeah.
Mario
Oh, yeah.
Don Bluth, or like just weird like different like, and it looks like actual stills from a VHS tape.
Oh yeah, have you seen the one? The guy has done like basically slightly better than storyboard level art of Don Bluth anthropomorphic animals.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That's one of the big ones
Seinfeld.
where it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but with like Don Bluth art style, and it looks like it's ripped straight from a VHS, and it's very, very unsettling.
Well, this is Seinfeld.
right.
They took the audio from episodes of Seinfeld, so like they have
Yeah, you and I are talking about the
Suit
same
Nazi
artist, Cosmo something.
sequence.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it ends up in like the weird but awesome fan art thread on Something Awful quite often. So I think that's really cool. though.
And that I guess that style is kind of permutating everywhere, because I've seen some anime artist. I saw a clip of something. I was like, I don't remember this anime, because it like looked like VHS had the
Yeah.
realistic like tracking effects and everything done in that kind of 90s style. It's like, I don't remember this. And then like one of the characters they showed was like from something modern. It's like, wait a minute,
Yep.
what the fuck? Then I realized, oh, this isn't a rip of something. This is a new creation.
It's
of
very
something
weird,
that
man.
looks old.
Which is it. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. This is where we're really gonna start having problems in the future, where people will be like, "You remember this?" No,
There's no continuity. Everything is just.
this is worse than everything is cake.
This is the future they predicted when they first did the
You know,
the Forrest Gump.
This is also kind of
Like,
fucking with that whole Mandela effect thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Because, like, it's like the Candle Cove. The non-existent children's show that people were convinced actually existed, and now people are like, well, it must be a Mandela thing. And I'm like, or, they're shit posting, and you shut up.
Someone that told me recently all those Mandela effects are from CERN.
I know who told you that. Look, it was Clark, all right? Clark did it.
Sounds like him.
Yeah, Clark Wayne. Yeah, we need to get him back on here to talk about that and a lot of things. So,
As you can imagine, I was like,
yeah. So, Mike, what have you got?
Plastics.
one word,
Oh, sorry.
One word?
Necrobot.
Sorry.
Wait.
Nope.
Did you say Necrobot?
Necrobot.
I already hate this.
And this is the official term created by the people that created it.
Oh, well, fuck those guys.
So when I say Necrobot, what do you think?
I don't know, like a zombie with like basic. Do you remember Deathlock from Marvel
I
Comics?
do. I was thinking
Not really,
like
but okay.
I was thinking
They even
Warhammer 40K.
had him in Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Necrons.
Or I was thinking the skull things with the servitor skulls or whatever, servo skulls.
Yeah, that's the Necrons.
No, the floating skulls that like were a camera.
Oh. Well, that's fucked.
Yeah. Or the cherubs.
Oh, God, I hate those things.
But no, scientists from Rice University in Texas have used a dead spider as an actuator at the end of a robot arm.
I hate this.
A feat they claimed initiated the field of necrobotics.
Nope.
So it's a little robot arm that has a spider, formerly alive spider, as the hand.
That's a very nice way to put that.
So apparently something really interesting I found from this is that spiders, you know how in a human arm or whatever we have opposing muscles?
yeah.
We have one set of muscles that pull one way and the other pull the other way. Spiders only have the curling set of muscles.
Well,
To extend their legs, they actually use air pressure.
what?
Yeah, they like fill their. And that's one of the reasons why, and I think a lot of arachnids and insects use a similar system because
I hate this.
that's why they have such a low upper limit on their size, because the air channels and the air systems in their bodies just can't scale well. But two, it's also why insects, and especially spiders, you ever see them dead, they're all curled up. It's because their muscles contract in death, and there's no air pressure now to straighten them out. So what they did was in the video footage, they started with like just sticking a syringe in the spider, but eventually used a little pump. They just pump the spider in a certain area full of air. And when they pump it full of air, the legs open up. And when they relieve the pressure, the legs curl in. They're able to use that to like pick
We're
up
just
little
making
things.
the fucking Borg now.
Yeah, little dead spider.
There is no part of this story that
I guarantee you Amazon's
don't hate.
investing in the next 2 years.
including motherfucker. How do you think they're gonna drop the things from the drones? Little
No.
dead
This is for
spiders
the workers.
dropping
They're going
your
to jam an
your
air tube up your
packages.
ass and use a little
oh
robot arm
God.
and make you keep working the line.
So it is a fairly gross yet elegant solution because, it's very hard to make small, end effectors in robotics. Usually it's like really long cables and like all the motors are, further up the chain. And they're talking about, this could be useful for like manipulating small things like, like electronic components, like placing them, stuff like that. They also say it's great because it's also a biodegradable part of a robot because it's
Yeah.
a spider. It'll
It's certainly dead.
yeah. I just hate to be like, because this does not seem like a very automatable process. So you have to pay someone to basically be grafting dead spiders onto robots.
You also have to kill spiders.
The dead spiders are easy to come across. I mean, just farm that shit. I mean, we do it all the time.
Dude, I'm getting like twitchy. Like I keep thinking I'm feeling stuff crawling on me. I hate this.
But who knows? Maybe in the future, surgery will be performed by
We're going
dead
to
spiders.
fill your body with dead spiders and put you back together.
I fucking hate you.
I just feel bad for the
I
spiders, dude.
despise this. I do too.
I mean, they lived a full life. Maybe. I mean, I'm assuming you want the spider to be, kind of big, so let it grow a little bit. Now it'd be a neat trick if they could also make the dead spider like bite.
No, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Because think about it, like you replace the normal venom with like anesthetic, and so you have it like bite, and then you use
This is something a
legs to
supervillain
like
would do.
do surgery.
This is truly a nightmare.
Well, it comes from Texas, so it could go either way.
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
Yeehaw!
indeed. Oh my god, I hate it.
No, I will admit it is weird and terrifying.
It's-
No, it's not terrifying. It's unsettling. There you go. That's
I mean,
the
it's
term.
necromancy,
Unsettling.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, it is a form of necromancy.
And when have
Yeah,
the
I
necromancers
don't like it.
ever been wrong?
The article does.
Always.
The article does consider the ethics of offing spiders, but notes there are currently no clear guidelines in the literature regarding ethical sourcing and humane euthanasia
I mean,
of
you
spiders.
can just look around your house or apartment and find like 5 or 6 of them.
You. I just. No.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. No, sir. I don't like
Well, I got something grosser for you, gentlemen. Okay. Have
Oh,
you heard
God.
of pink sauce?
it. What? Okay, here's the thing.
Are you talking about like the Asian pink sauce, like the yummy stuff
No.
I dip my hibachi in? Oh,
One of my coworkers made me aware of this and the fact
You're not-
that they're sending it in the mail and it's getting places. And I'll go into this later.
you're not talking about the pink goo
Nope,
that they make
nope,
chicken
that's a
nuggets
completely
out of,
different
are
thing.
you?
That's pink slime. Yeah. So
Pink
pink
slime.
sauce is currently
So
trending
what is
on
pink
TikTok.
sauce?
It is
Oh boy,
It is
'Cause
the
we live in
invention
hell.
of a chef in, I believe, Florida. So that's already a red flag. So on this
Ugh,
chef's
yeah.
TikTok on June 11th, they premiered this purplish sauce that they were dipping like chicken and tacos into. Now, the sauce has changed color to be more pink over time, but the Chef P, P-I-I, launched the sauce on July 1st. Now, the sauce is supposedly made of, let's see, water, sunflower seed oil, raw honey, distilled vinegar, garlic, pitaya, pink Himalayan sea salt, and 2% of dried spices, lemon juice, milk, and citric acid.
okay.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Now,
Milk.
here's the problem.
Oh no.
She's selling this for $20 a bottle. The problem is her first batch she was just sending out in bags, just plastic bags, and those bags would burst.
Yeah. Like
The
they
other
do.
thing is now she's putting them in a bottle, so that's a step up. But the bottle has
Yeah.
an inaccurate nutrition label because she listed 444 servings per container because she likes angel numbers.
Oh, she's a crazy person.
Numbers
what are
where people
angel
see
numbers?
coincidence. I was just watching that new Nathan Fielder show, the rehearsal, and one of the dudes in there, he's a scumbag, but he was like all about angel numbers, like, oh, there's significance to that 55, that 77, that sort of thing. It's one of those people.
Oh, this is like me and the number 127 turning
Not
up in my
quite,
life
because
constantly.
like that, like at least there's something to that a little bit. This is more like, oh, I see a double number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So what's the controversy? I mean, so far it just sounds like someone sending out questionably.
So the
preserve
problem is that
food
these
products.
bottles are getting to people, and they're either exploded or they're rancid. People are getting sick. She is not FDA approved.
Well,
And
yeah,
then-
they're rancid.
And then when she
Well,
was
of
course
asked,
not.
like, why isn't FDA approved? She's like, well, the FDA can't approve it because it's not medication.
You don't
Right,
realize
and that
the
was
F stands
it's
for
funny because there's a
food,
video of the
right?
TikTok stream where she's talking about that. And you see people's comments, and so it was like, the F in FDA is for food in all caps. So yeah, at $20 a bottle, the bottle itself is the nutrition labels affixed with glitter glue, So that's a whole other thing. Like, glitter gets everywhere.
So this person is
No,
like
this
7.
is a person who actually owns
I'm guessing.
a pop-up restaurant in Florida, and she looks to be in her, like, mid-20s.
Oh no.
So yeah, just a little bit of weird thing. Someone's slinging rancid pink mayo, and people are getting sick, and they're paying $20 for the pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Mike makes his really nice dipping sauce, and he uses it. And the great thing is, he
Well-
doesn't fucking sell it.
And
I
it
should
is
sell
like
it.
bright
Mike sauce.
freaking pink
Mike.
too.
Dip in Mike's sauce. Well, Mike's is
sort a little bit.
pinkish.
It's kind of
But I
more
posted a picture of the
orange,
sauce.
but
Yeah,
You tell
still.
me what it looks like to you.
Oh, let me see this.
Oh, oh
Yeah, it
my-
literally looks
it's
like Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol.
Where's that? Host talk, maybe. Oh, wow, that is very. And she's
Like, that's if it's supposed
Shit.
to be like mayo. Basically, that is way too much mayo for that taco.
yeah, no.
Any
that's
mayo
fair.
is too much mayo for a taco. Just so we're clear on that.
I don't know. I mean, I could see mayo on a taco.
When
Not
you
that
put
much.
mayo on a taco,
Not
you
that
can get
much, for sure.
salmonella anytime.
But yeah, just a little bit of like the human race is doomed story for us.
yeah,
you know,
no, we're fucked.
Like the fact
We're
that she was
fucked.
originally
That-
shipping
yeah.
it off in bags, just unrefrigerated bags, and it's got milk in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
No
how?
preservative
Yeah.
agents in it.
So, yeah, the fact that she supposedly has a restaurant but doesn't know those basic tenets of food safety is just horrifying.
I'm not eating there.
Yeah, I mean, she's just the fact that she hasn't given someone food poisoning is
I
pure
think
luck.
she may
Yeah.
have.
Well, I mean, she has.
The other thing is like that a lot of people hop on and like make jokes about it and stuff, so you can't be sure entirely.
right.
Oh fuck!
Well, that's just great.
So I just found Misfits
What?
Market put out a recipe for pink sauce of their own, and the tweet is they done gentrified pink sauce in record time.
Shit. Oh my god. Well, I think that's it for
Someone else
news
described it
this
as
week,
feeling
right?
like an iCarly episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
God, that's just
actually, it reminds me of something from like Perfect Strangers.
iCarly is the 2000s teenage girl version of Perfect Stranger.
Yeah.
I guess.
I know. They brought it back. I see the ads on Paramount. Every time I went to watch Star Trek, it's like, oh, iCarly's back. Hooray. So, but I could see Balky's pink sauce.
if I was going to make that pink sauce, I'd just use like mayo and strawberry quick. So that's what it looks like.
Yeah, or
let me see
Pepto.
what the Misfit Market recipe is. 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 garlic cloves, 2 teaspoons of
Ugh.
onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons dried parsley, 1 teaspoon dried dill. Where the fuck does the pink? Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
I am already checked out
The
because I'm
pink comes
allergic
from
to
the grated
Greek
beets.
yogurt. Ugh.
So
Beets.
it really sounds like it tastes like a
yeah.
worse version of ranch.
I
Yeah.
heard it described as like dragon fruit ranch, which just ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got an idea. Let's make our own sauce out of 1,000-year
Honestly, that
eggs.
would actually be pretty good.
Black sauce.
Black sauce.
Oh, they got that black
I
vinegar.
like that. Yeah, no, it's great. The crunchy bits are the shell. I'm gonna puke. David, before we move on to questions, which man, we're heading toward an hour and a half. Before we move on to questions,
All right.
I think X needs to give
X
it to
can
us.
give it to us right now. So, you heard that they went back and they edited some season 2 episodes of Stranger Things, right?
I heard something
Well,
about that.
there's that
What did
rumor
they
that
do?
like some of the previous seasonal episodes have been like edited for content or to fix like continuity problems, that sort of thing. This is a thread on X that's talking about that, using that as an example, and it's titled "Mandela Effect is Getting Worse." So I'm going to read the contents of the message, and then we're just going to kind of discuss this a little bit. All right. Why are corporations and leaders
Okay.
trying so hard to gaslight the entire population at every turn? Now they started editing past episodes of shows on streaming services and denying it when confronted. This legitimately feels more and more like a coordinated effort to force people into not trusting their own senses and memories for anything, so everyone just gives up and buys whatever lies they're sold about the past or even the present and future. Is this not terrifying prospect to anyone else?
Yeah, I mean shit. You got a president elected.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have Netflix anymore, so I can't like verify the Stranger Things edit. I'm sure there's
Yeah,
going to
I
be
don't
like a
either.
bunch of YouTube videos about this, but I would be curious to see if that has happened, because the same thing happened with some of the Marvel movies on Disney Plus, or some of the series. Yeah, there were some edits.
yeah,
but then,
yeah. Yeah, they.
So there was kind of a kerfuffle about it, because apparently when the formerly Netflix Marvel shows made it to Disney, like Jessica Jones somehow acquired a new subtitle,
Well, here's the thing.
but it turns out that was just a
Well, and
mistake.
then also I guess they had accidentally
Okay.
uploaded a edit for another country to the U.S. version, and that's what threw people off.
Yeah.
But they fixed it.
that too.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't realize that, yes, other countries have different laws where they have to edit different things.
Yeah. Well, Jessica Jones also got renamed to AKA Jessica Jones, which is fine because that was supposed to be the title to
Well,
begin
no,
with.
that was the title of the first. That's what I'm talking about. That was the title of the first episode. They just
Yeah.
accidentally applied it to all the episodes. But the first episode was titled AKA Jessica Jones.
Now the wrinkle in this Stranger Things
Okay.
thing is there's a tweet from British GQ that says, in an interview in June, the Duffer Brothers directorial duo confirmed plans to, quote, George Lucas, i.e. retrospectively edit a moment in Stranger Things in Season 2 owing to a fan-identified plot hole. So apparently they're gonna update something in Season 2, but like I don't know, this is an interesting thread here, and I think I might be too tired to fully comprehend it right now.
No, I understand. It's definitely a matter of. Yeah, I mean, and it's definitely. I guess we're all too tired to actually articulate this.
No, it's just kind of a thing. It's like, do the people that create it have the ultimate creative authority to make the older, what they see inferior version disappear? I mean, we saw this originally with the original Star Wars trilogy,
Which I'm still mad.
which Lucas tried to subvert with his edits later in life.
Special edition,
Yeah,
yeah.
special editions. So, I mean,
Now,
no, I think in a perfect world we should get both versions.
Here's my thing. Everybody knows about it. If he had released them, edited, and not told anybody, and then denied doing it, that would be fucked up.
Yeah, and I don't think that's actually happening with this, unless I could see credible, concrete proof that
Yeah.
that actually is happening. But like we said, so far I'm seeing one, either mistaken remembrances, or two, mistaken uploads of different versions, different
Fair.
Yeah,
edits.
I wouldn't be surprised if like stealth edits happen with a lot of media, and that might be kind of like fucking with our perception. I don't know if there's some sinister agenda behind it, but like, it's not good for our perception of reality.
Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah.
But here's the thing: is that I don't think if anything like that actually happens, I don't see. The only reason I'd see a company denying it happened was because whoever's replying did not know it happened. Mm-hmm. There's not an ulterior motive. They're not like denying it to gaslight us or anything.
But conspiracy,
it's
Mike.
It's more of a, well, this, PR functionary didn't know that actually had happened, that they re-edited it because it, you could see someone's pubic
now
hair
the
or something.
conspiracy brain in me is thinking about
who
like how
knows?
fast artificial intelligence technology is going and everything like that, to where, say a president can make a speech and they say something, and then like the artificial intelligence like fixes it like early enough to where like we don't really get a chance to lock in that information. Just I don't know. There's definitely some like red flag sort of like, ooh.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's absolutely going to happen. I mean, but it's not going to happen for a little while, at least, because, Joe Biden read the fucking teleprompter notes that he wasn't supposed to, and that shit got out there. So it's not happening yet.
Yeah.
It's probably another
it's coming.
decade away.
Oh, yeah.
No, it'll be here at some point.
Well, now that we've sowed distrust in reality, let's turn to our dear listeners and answer some questions.
Sounds good.
Sound good?
Might as well.
All right. Well, we'll start off with Ghost Forge, who asks, this is again for all the hosts, what are your personal thoughts on the DB Cooper case?
I find it very sweet that he says for all the hosts when we're all just going to pipe in anyway.
Yeah.
And since I'm already talking, DB Cooper, huh?
Yeah. Loki.
Well, no. So my thoughts are, one, that you don't hear enough about that wasn't the first time that was attempted.
Like, he attempted it?
Well, we don't know. We know
But somebody tried it.
We know it was attempted before.
Uh-huh.
And I can't remember the details about what happened. I don't know exactly, but I do know this was not the first attempt.
Right.
As such, and pretty much copycat or exact.
Which is, if you don't know,
version.
what did he do? He commandeered a plane. What's the word? Hijacked a plane, stole money, and jumped out of the plane, and no one's seen him since.
Because he died.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly what happened. They found money in the woods near some very not hungry bears.
Well, he not only famously hijacked a plane, but hijacked a Boeing 727, which was the only model that had the air stairs. And in fact, because he hijacked the plane, the feds required Boeing to add a piece or a mechanism to those planes that it was a little wind vane on the bottom that if enough wind was pushing on it, prevented the air stairs from lowering while in flight.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
if there was more than a 50-mile-an-hour wind going along the bottom of the airplane, it would push that mechanism up, and the stairs could not lower
You're telling me that he was a
wow.
Boeing
So
plant
DB
to
Cooper.
get them to buy this new tech.
No, I'm pretty sure
that would be hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it was something that the feds regulated and Boeing had to put on for free. Because all 727s were federally required to have it.
Right.
I don't know who picked up that bill, whether it was Boeing or the carriers that
it was
operated
the
it.
taxpayers. That's who. Wait, no.
But no, it was the DB Cooper device.
Huh.
Yeah.
Golly, you're
Interesting.
full of useful information.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. God dang, man.
I found that out because what's the name of that company? Zero G, the people that that operate the commercial Vomit Comet.
Yeah.
You know, the parabolic weightless airplane.
Yeah, yeah.
They use a Boeing 727, and a video I watched, described all that.
Oh, cool.
Because they use it because, one, it's a very robust plane. It's already certified for this kind of work. It's air, because it's basically its type is already certified. But the air stairs are also a very convenient function because they don't have to roll up to a gate to unload passengers or wait for air stairs.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. So, next question from Darth Plato. What cryptids should have their own sports movie franchise a la Air
So
Bud?
I think the Kentucky
and why?
Goblins could play a really kick-ass game of soccer with a severed head.
Oh. Oh my God, that would be amazing. I would watch that movie.
Wendigo
like
curling.
So, a bunch of Wendigos with
Brooms.
brooms.
Yes. And rocks.
Wendigo! Yeah. And then they're just sweeping.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna go with the Mothman, playing
first 8-foot
basketball.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that would be a fun one.
yeah, I think that would be great. Yeah, but still, once you said
With
the
a severed
Kentucky
head.
Goblins playing soccer, I was like, okay, shit, that's the winner with a severed head, and then they're drinking out of the whiskey with a toe in it.
I'm just imagining a lineup of cryptids and, picking them like you would, a schoolyard team. I'll take Bigfoot. I'll take some other cryptid I can't think of off the top of my head. But just, who would be the last cryptid chosen in that?
The last cryptid.
Nobody likes
Yeah,
Chupacabra.
the one nobody wants on their team.
Just cracks open a goat.
Chupacabra for sure.
So so he doesn't have any skill. He doesn't have any skills that would, help in the game. I guess it depends on the game.
I mean, he'd just keep biting the ball and popping it.
True. The ball sucker. Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Oh,
That's a whole different show.
Welcome to super sexual selection.
Chupa testes. Right. So, yeah, we get real
Super
blue
naughty.
at the end of the show.
Super naughty selection.
He also, Ghostforge also asks, are there any cryptid-based TV shows, movies, comics, whatever, that you're particularly into? And I want to once again say, watch Hellier on... It's actually on YouTube, so if you don't have Amazon, you can
So
watch it
I
on
know
YouTube.
that Marvel's got Werewolf by Night coming out for a Halloween special, Marvel Studios. And yeah, the original comic run's fantastic. It introduces Moon Knight. It's Marvel
Okay.
doing like werewolves, and it crosses over with like Dracula, and it's great.
Yeah, well, they used to do that
Yeah,
all the
because
time.
you had
so.
Sword,
Yeah,
Shield,
they had a lot
Hammer,
of
Stake.
horror comics.
And Stake was the one that had the supernatural monsters as a team. Agents of Stake. Yeah, it was very funny.
Oh, okay. Agents of Stake, that's hilarious.
I thought that would be like, Ruth Chris and
Okay, so Sam asks, because I feel there has to be at least one not safe for work question. You're banging one cryptid, not aliens. Which one's the most tender lover?
so not the most attractive, the most
Tender lover.
like the least likely to rip you open and drink your blood. So not Chupacabra, that's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, no, he's out. He's right out. David?
I think Loch
Mike and
Ness
me are
Monster-
probably having to think.
Yeah, I don't like it's. You've seen the water horse.
Really? Okay, fair. I guess it's... Yeah, I guess it would be like, I don't know. I guess so. I could see that.
I hate this question. I hate this question.
What's that? Yeah, I do too.
So Kevin,
Yeah.
so isn't the Mothman supposed to be like nice?
No.
No,
Santa
No.
Claus?
Who's the
It
one that's
chases
supposed to be?
people.
I thought that was supposed to be
Santa
one
is a
that's
cryptid.
nice. Not Santa Claus.
The Hodag.
Not at
No.
least not nice. Helpful.
Helpful. I mean, yeah. I mean, he. You know,
Maybe he's just chasing because he wants that booty.
he just wants love. Break its legs. I don't know. Jeez, this is a tough question. 'Cause so many of them are like beclawed. You know.
Yeah, well, if they can be gentle with the claws.
Well, I guess. I'm just
noticing
gonna
a
go
trend.
with Bigfoot.
Not the frogs.
No,
No Enrique love for you.
not for me. I'm sorry, Enrique.
But you love Bigfoot.
I love him, but not like that. Well, Bigfoot, he could slow down. You could snuggle. You could fall asleep on him.
All right, you've got a fan fiction folder somewhere.
I'm just saying. I do not, but might be writing one for NaNoWriMo. This is going to be awful.
I know I saw a picture recently of a moth woman.
Yeah, I've seen stickers
What,
of that
Hot
on
Moth Woman?
Etsy.
I've not seen it.
Let's see. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I don't remember where I saw it. I saw it just a couple of days ago, and I don't remember where.
Also, somebody they did point out the Kentucky Goblins don't count.
It's a good thing none of
because
us
they're
met them
aliens. Yeah. But yeah, that's our
Hey, I
questions.
think our
and,
listeners need to
holy
masturbate
crap,
before
I'm
they
gonna
ask
fall
questions.
asleep. Yeah, I think so. You guys,
no one said he was going to ask a sexy question no matter what. So,
Sam did in fact say we
NSW,
needed
NSW.
not safe for work. So,
So there
thank
goes
you.
our office listenership.
Yep. Booger. There, just wanted to get that out there. So, thank you everyone for listening. We'll be back next week with a new topic. You can find all of our fun stuff at supernatpod.rocks. You can find us on Twitter at supernatpod. And, yeah, we'll see you next week. So, until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Is this like a wait race for us to whoever gets the last word?
I guess so.
Well, I'll go now and say I Google image searched moth woman. This better not awaken anything in me.
Oh, you're in trouble now, buddy.
No, it actually isn't. I think some of these are horrifying.
Okay.